Let's see who shows up today, if anyone shows up. All right. Starting off the morning strong with a double helping of top ramen. It looks gross, it smells gross, but it's what's on the menu. Hot as balls, too. Just like Arizona. In Arizona, it feels like you just wake up one morning and someone turned the oven on and isn't going to turn off the oven. Oh, probably until around the end of October. It stays ridiculously hot in this state. And in 10 days, it's going to be even hotter. July is notoriously the worst month of the year in Arizona. Welcome to people watching me eat ramen. I was going to stream on my phone, but laziness got to me. Notorious laziness. Oh, one person left. What was I going to talk about? I think I was going to talk about work. I guess we always talk about work because it's where we spend most of our waking hours. When we come home from work, there's nothing left in us. I feel like I'm an empty shell of a human being once I get home. Yesterday, one of my coworkers told me that he was going on vacation for 3 weeks, and I'm like, wow, that must be nice. I think he was out for like 4 months too this year. 4 months of being off. I can't be off for 1 day. Like, really? 1 day? Nope. Not 1 day. No. Ooh. That is hot. I didn't realize this wasn't full screen. There we go. Now we're full screen. Amazing. Blue, I thought you'd be out delivering letters today on a day like today. Don't letter carriers never get any days off. Blue, you and I are going to have to watch Joe's Plantation together. Just you and me. We're going to have to come over and sit in the living room and force my eyes open just like Clockwork Orange so I watch it. Federal holiday, but you wouldn't believe how many people don't get this day off. I will say the 4-day week, or the 4-day weekend feels really good. I'm not even going to turn on my cell phone this weekend. I can't believe it's been 7 days since I've talked to Melo too. Also, India Blue, your first name is one of my favorite names. It's up there with Samantha and Abigail, which are my second and third favorite names. No, I told him, I love your name. It's way better than my name. Melo, I think Melo hates her name because it's so generic. What's up? Hey, nothing much, just eating some ramen for breakfast. Mm-mm-mm. Nothing like feeling poor in the morning eating your ramen O's for breakfast. Not for breakfast. Yep, for breakfast. Nothing like eating top ramen for breakfast because it makes you feel even more poor. Sam's Club. Immigrants just got yeeted at Sam's. I didn't know that immigrants worked at Sam's. I thought they always hung out outside the Home Depot. No, I don't know Charles and Peter Wilson. Are they the ambiguously beep duo? I thought Trump told them to stop deporting people who work. Like, who's going to keep working? Customers. Oh my God. They're deporting the customers now. Damn, man. I mean, look at this America. We're about to start World War III while we deport everyone in the country that works. Raise your hand if this was a good idea. I mean, honestly, we need workers and consumers. Workers have to work in order to make money to consume, or else otherwise they're going to five-finger discount everything at the store. At my job this week, we've already had people decide that they were going to take their own they're going to take crime into their own hands. Whatever you vote for, quality of life goes down for 99%. Yeah. I'm eating ramen for breakfast. You tell me. You tell me I worked this hard to have to eat ramen. Tech companies are automating their own customer base. I agree. I mean, I'm eating ramen, man. You can afford breakfast. I can afford 2 packets of ramen, 50 cents. I throw out some packets of hot sauce from Taco Bell. Just so that it has some flavor. Hell yeah, I'm off. I'm off tomorrow too. I asked so many people if they were off today, and they're like, they didn't understand why we had the day off. And you, Blue, which comment? You leave a lot of comments. I try to answer all of them as much as I can. Good for you. Laugh out loud. Also, Blue, throw in a comment in there for what I should do a video on. I'm going to do a lot of videos today. so I can get caught up on doing videos for the next couple weeks. So that way I don't have to do videos after work or in the morning. I want to get up in the morning and do a wake up video, but I'm not good at getting up early anymore, mainly because I drink. I was like, yeah, it's good. Yes, email them to me later. Or you can send them to me via text. Blue, what are you going to do today? If you're not working, what are you doing? I hope you're not going to one of those P. Diddy freakout parties. I heard a lot of people were planning on day drinking today. There was a chain gang of essays picking up trash by the side of the road. Damn. You know, I miss those chain gangs. We used to have them here in Arizona, and then they became unpopular. Man. I'm gonna day drink and play with the kittens and stray. Good for you. I don't know what Melo's doing today. I know she's off because she just got back from vacation. Excuse me. She just got back from vacation on Monday. Because she left to go on vacation on Friday. Because we spent all day together on last Wednesday. Man, I ran out of cigarettes last night at like midnight. This life is all about what you have and what you look like. Black Pelt always comes to collect. Yeah, I know. Blue, I ran out last night because I thought I was only gonna like drink 6 beers, and I ended up drinking 12. It was funny as I was standing outside my house last night smoking. Um, like two bros walked across me, like in front of me. They're like, "Damn, man, you got some amazing abs." I'm like, who says that to another guy in the middle of the night? I don't think I can eat all of this, man. Is that a is that a good number? It should be. Maybe I wrote it down wrong. I hope not. And again, it's the middle of the night. I can't even scratch myself in the middle of the night. Oh man. Is it normal to be this full of ramen? Like, I can't eat anymore. I'm trying to push it out. I won't go in anymore. Mark, I'm sorry you have to slave on Juneteenth. Slaving sucks, man. Being your own slave sucks. Blue. They say men admire a physique more than women do, like how women compliment each other on their nails and fashion. You know, Blue, that's actually something I've heard my entire life. Like I've had guys walk up to me and man like be like, "Bro, your arms are huge." And I'm like, "Thanks for noticing." I've never had a girl say the same thing before ever. Ever. You know, like I think guys get more jealous than women. Like honestly, it feels weird. Bills and black pills. Oh my god, my back hurts. Hung up a button on 15. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a pretty strange day at work. Adderall. Adri, I compliment men and women on nails, hair, makeup, and physique. It was funny. Yesterday, the school president, he looked at my Birkenstocks and he's like, Millennial Steam, why do your nails look like that? And I'm like, because I get them done. Like your nails, your physique, everything about you isn't just because by accident. I mean, we spend a lot of money on clothes, on nails, on hair, on skin. I mean, we literally spend a lot of the money that we make by slaving into looking like we're not slaving. One is definitely from each according to their ability to each according to their needs. Yeah, let me see. Let me go look. Now I'm curious to see if I set you the right number. Let me look. Uh, I wonder. Do you think is Terry short for your name, Blue? Do people call you Terry? Mm, let's see. Send. Uh, look for trash. There you are. Let me hit reply. Okay, I want to put it in there again. Okay, I sent you the number again. All right. See if that matches the number I gave. One is the okay. Grim, naughty, naughty prole. You called out of your pound town again. A fleece is coming for you, booty. More important than water. Grim, today is a federal holiday. I think we traded Martin Luther King Day for Juneteenth for some reason. And Mess, do you remember the lie that you told you as a kid where they say you can be anything you want? Absolutely, X. I was told that you can be an astronaut if you want. And I honestly believed that you could be an astronaut. For the longest time, I thought you could actually be an astronaut. And then I realized that astronaut is one of the most, if not the most coveted positions in the entire world. And to be an astronaut, you have to be basically a genius at school, an accomplished pilot, and be recognized in your field by your peers and your superiors. And still, you may never, ever get chosen to be an astronaut because the astronaut training is brutal. Like, I work out a lot. I'm talking sometimes I work out two, three times a day. I'm always working out. And to have to work out even more. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. And then the training, the mental training. I mean, I spent 20 years going to university, right? I have physical training, mental training, and what do you call that? Cardiovascular training, but yet you still need more training. Hey, Jojo Bean. Sometimes don't, don't me, bro. Don't dox me, bro. Hey, Donald Trump. Hey, Donald Trump, did you declare war yet on Iran? Or are you deciding that you don't want to start World War III today? My keyboard just changes my words now. Trump, stay out of Iran. Can you imagine being the Ayatollah of Iran and you're like, I wonder if today's the last day I will ever be on Earth? Jojo, MS, could you ever possibly upload more playlists? Listen to your videos before I go to sleep, and the playlists are perfect for that. Jojo Bean, I can go through and make playlists for every month if you want. I can make a playlist for, let's see, I think I have one for April. I can make a May and June playlist if you'd like that. It's easier to make someone feel bad about themselves, so I just try to make people feel good where I can. Life sucks enough, you know? I know. That's why sometimes you can't be direct with people. Sometimes you just have to tell them to do something, even though you mean something else, right? Sometimes I have to do this with Gen Z. Like yesterday, my boss, I called him and he's like, well, just have Gen Z do this. And I'm like, I can't tell him Gen Z can't do this. But if I ask Gen Z to do something, he's just going to look at me like, I don't know how to do that. And he'll just walk away. And my boss is like, well, you should have him do this and you should have him do that. And I'm like, he's not that kind of worker. Good morning, Millennial Steam. Hey, Alonzo. Long time no see. Are you talking about, am I talking about what? Steam, got the day off. Congrats. Fleece gone. Get that booty tomorrow. Grim, I'm off for 4 days. I have a 4 day weekend for Juneteenth, and I have a 4 day weekend for 4th of July. I was hoping to hear from Melo by now, but it must be. I don't know what if. So I know what Melo is on a typical day. Today's a Thursday. I know what time Melo gets up. I know when she's at work. I know when she gets home. But I think who is that? Let's see who that is. Oh, okay. Should we call Blue really quick? Hey, Blue, do you want to be on? Let's call Blue and see what she's doing. Let's see if she'll answer. No, she's not going to answer. All right. I see if she wanted to be live on stream today, and she decided that nope, she's not interested in being on the show today. Oh my God. I thought she was going to answer and be like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "No." Coveted. Only entertainers and models are coveted as professions in my book. Probably. I listened to the April one. Any playlist you got would be awesome. Thanks, MS. You the goat. Yeah, Jojo Bean. If you guys ask me for to do something, typically I'll do it. I mean, I work all day, but at the same time, I work all day. I guess the Department of Education will not be garnishing retired people's monthly checks. Oh my God, I remember being on the bus one time with a really old lady. This was like 10 years ago. And she was probably 65. And she's like, the government is still garnishing my wages to pay back. They're taking away my Social Security checks in order to pay back my student loans. And I was like, Oh God, that is so cruel. Uh, ice. Yeah, they had one of those No Kings protests here in Arizona last weekend at the Tempe Town Lake, and apparently someone started to pop off some rounds in the crowd. No, what was the giant Prole cockroach? No, it wasn't. I don't have any more roaches. I, it's kind of grim. Answer, Blue. Grim's like, answer, Blue. Lord Steve has summoned you. Another time my voice is shot. Blue was probably engaging in certain activities last night that took away her voice. Oh my gosh, I always wonder who gets a membership. It's like I always look at it, I always hope that Zoltube gets a membership because he's one of those guys that I've been trying to give a membership to for like since he started watching Epic. I think I figured it out. I thought if it only went to people in chat, but I guess not. I think it just randomly goes to people who are just who are subscribed to the channel, not members, but subscribed. So I'm planning on dropping a lot of members only videos today. Did you get a new one? Did you get canned? No, but I imagine that I'll get canned soon. The school president told me to start looking for another job yesterday. So I was like, okay, all right. So I get it. Yeah, when someone walks up to you and tells you you need to get on those online websites to find another job, you're like, oh, okay, so it's like that. I thought the supposed to go to people active in the chat. Donald Trump. That's what I thought too. Economic crash coming. Oh my gosh, did you guys see the video, the latest video by the Epic Economist yesterday? Holy crap. Look, the Epic Economist normally doesn't post weekly. He posts like every 10 to 15 days, and the Epic Economist posted 2 days in a row. One on the upcoming disaster of gas running out because of the conflict in the Middle East, and yesterday, all of the places that are going to go out of business because there just aren't going to be enough resources. Yesterday's video was pretty dark, man. And the Epic Economist isn't known for posting very flattering things, but even I only made it through about 5 minutes of the video before I had to shut it off. You ever try DoorDash team? Better than Pound Town. I don't like driving. That's the problem. I've never owned a car before in my life, and so I'm not comfortable driving. And so if I'm not comfortable driving, I don't think I could do DoorDash. Like it makes me nervous to drive to work, and it takes me like 3 minutes to get to work, and I don't like it. Make it so. That sounds like what you call it, Captain Picard. Make it so, number one or number two. Oh my god, I was at work the other day after I ate spicy Mexican food, and I told Gen Z we're losing containment of the warp field of the warp drive, excuse me. And I was like, uh oh, if I don't make it to the toilet in 5 minutes, I'm gonna crap my pants. The squirts in your pants. Oh my God. Yesterday I got to work and I was sitting on the can and I looked down and there's a giant hole in my pants. So it used to be that my jeans would develop a hole in them on the way to work because I rode a bike my whole life and jeans they get stressed out by the bike seat. There's a lot of pressure right there in the crotch area. But I haven't really ridden a bike in 3 years, and yesterday I could see the tile between through my pants, and I'm like, oh crap, I have a 3 inch hole in my butthole through my jeans, and I was like, So I walked up, I sat down with one of the office girls, and I'm like, "Can you see this hole?" She's like, "Yeah, I can see your red underwear through the hole." Invest in Lockheed Martin. Is Lockheed Martin the company that makes the jets that are going to start bombing the crap out of that other country? Because that's a good investment. They always say that war is good for the economy, or contractors who make the things for war. It's like every time America gets into a financial slump, it's like, oh, let's who can we get into a fight with? Jojo Bean, we're screwed in the future. I'm screwed already. So when am I? When am I old? Is looking grim. Grim. That's funny. I don't even own a car. Y'all are rich compared to me. I didn't get a car until a few years ago. So I was riding a bike that I bought from the pawn shop for years and years and years. The squirts don't stop, please. He's used to the smell. Walmart and these corporations should pay for your yearly maintenance fees for your vehicle. After all, they are using your vehicle as free logistics for their profit. They ain't gonna give you nothing, man. I use this picture for your contact photo. Seems fitting. Really? You used a wall. Are you trying to keep me out, Blue? Company car only for executives who already hog all the money. TN Pyro, what's up? My car keeps me in debt. You know what? I was thinking about that last night is that our cars are part of the debt machine. Because if you don't have a functioning car, you're not a functioning member of society. I don't know how many interviews I've been in where they ask you if you have reliable transportation. It's not about reliable transportation. They just want to make certain that you're not riding the city bus. Say a prayer for a dude with a bus pass. Hey, Oliver. Oh, man, Oliver. I've been that guy. I spent 20 years looking out the window of a bus at cars rolling by, and I never thought there was anything wrong with it until I got a car. And then I was like, oh my God, I was on the city bus. I was considered the crap of the crap. So, what are your plans for your days off? Well, I'm waiting for Melo to call me right now to see what she wants to do today. Typically, on my days off, as long as Melo has them off, we go and we do stuff. So, I really wanted to buy a fish today. Like, I have a terrarium and I wanted to put an aquarium next to it. So, I'm hoping that Melo's around so we can go buy some fish. And then after that, I'll probably go to the gym, and after that, I don't know. It depends on who calls me today. You can have one of these kittens. No, Blue. The only person that wants us to have a cat is Jill. Every time I see Jill, she's like, "Are we getting a cat?" And I'm like, "I can't get a cat. I can't have a living creature that watches me shower while it's looking at my tiny thing and imagining like it scratching my thing right off and then eating it off the floor." That's how I picture cats. It like swipes up at my dingleberries and misses, and then suddenly it's gone. It's hot in the UK. Oh my gosh, Oliver. It was 115 degrees yesterday. Every time I open the door to the office and have to go outside, it's like opening the door to an oven. Adria, I'm using the bus to get around now, and my family can't wrap their head around why I am aiming at jobs at the bottom of the rung and not a 9 to 5. That's grim, Steam. Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things, man. It's like when Jill told me that her cat watches her shower, I was like, damn, the cat looking at the cat? That ain't right. Like, I want to get up at 5 just to have a chance to get to work on time. Oh my God. That used to be me, Adri. It used to be me every single day. And I didn't like the people I was living with at the time. So I'd get home like at 9 o'clock at night. I'd start drinking till midnight. At midnight, I'd pass out, and have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to try to get to work at 8. And I'll tell you this much: I didn't get to work on time like 9 out of 10 times because of the bus. There was always something wrong with the bus. Either I'd miss the bus at the bus stop, or the bus is going too slow, or the bus would break down. There's always something wrong with the city bus, man. It is the least reliable form of transportation. The city bus will take you 2 hours to do something that should take you like 20 minutes because it goes so slow. Man, T Empire, I feel bad for outside workers. Man, I feel bad for anyone that has to go outside. Like this past Sunday, I went to go work out at the gym near my house, and I mean, it was empty, completely empty because no one wants to leave their house when it's 100 billion degrees outside. Uh, Blue, I think I can get a cushy inside job. I may not survive the summer. Yeah, Melo has to go outside because what she does inside, Melo goes to grocery store after grocery store all day for her work. And so she has to go outside, and in the back room of the grocery store, there's no air conditioning in the back. So it's super hot. I don't know how she hasn't died. Like every time I see Mello now, I just like see her getting more and more tired because Mello's not young and she's a girl, so she's just naturally not strong. But I would say that she's more strong than most people because if I were her, I would just be like, you know what? I'm not working anymore. I'm retired. That's what I would say. I'm retired and just like refuse to go to work. I'd rather work retail and work afternoon shifts so I could wake up later. Well, I'll tell you this. I worked the 4 o'clock to midnight shift at Walmart for more than 2 years. And it's a weird kind of punishment, right? Because you get home at like 2 o'clock in the morning and you don't fall asleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. And then you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, it's a vicious cycle of not having an ordinary life. And it's tough on you. Jojo Bean, I just work on my computer and never go anywhere. I wish I could just work on the computer and not have to leave my house. And I did that for a year and it was fine. But sometimes things have to change at work in order for things to be more balanced. I love my 94 hatchback. I can't describe to you how it feels to see cars less than 3 years old that are stranded on the side of the road, plus mine so rusted that people actively avoid me. Oh my God. Let's see. Yeah, I've seen that. There's a guy that lives down the street from me in his 1990 Geo Metro. It's a two-seater and he barely fits in it. Getting paid the same hourly basically, and at least I get the chance of tips. Well, tips are nice. I've met a lot of girls that weren't very smart. They got a lot of tips. I mean, you're talking about a girl that couldn't chew gum and walk in a straight line, and she's making $50,000 a year on tips. I remember one time she told me a guy walked in to the bar that she was working at and gave her a 50 and then walked out because he didn't, how do I put this? He didn't have the confidence to even talk to her. Yeah, Jojo Bean, it's a million degrees outside. Yeah, you pretty much, as soon as you walk outside, you start sweating like crazy. Fleece likes it hot. I'm sure he does. Getting all that friction in the back, right? Alex Bikes. What's wrong, Alex? Why are you already unhappy? Benton, yo. Hey, Benton. Thanks for supporting the channel. 117 in Phoenix today, I heard. Oh, wee, it's a hot one. It's 90 degrees and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the thing that gets me. Last night I was sitting here at the computer and I was looking at the temperature and it was 100 degrees at 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm like, the sun's been down for like an hour and it's still over 100 degrees. Ooh, this is not the time of year to be outside in Phoenix. Even my plants, like if I put my plants too close to the front window of my house, the plants can't take the heat. They all start going limp. Jojo Bean, MS, do you plan on starting a family? Do you think my family would want to eat ramen for breakfast? I don't think so. Benton, thanks for being one of my favorite channels. Benton, thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate all the support you guys really give me. I mean, the channel is down by like 35% on views and watch time and subscriptions and everything. The channel's way, way down. And I don't care. You know, if I was doing this channel for views and money, like really for money, I wouldn't post the content that I'd have. I'd buy one of Blue's kittens and I'd have a kitten cam, and that's how I'd make money. But I do my channel because I think people need to know he's gonna have a family of fish. I asked Melo last week if she wanted to go to the pet shop. We were supposed to go to the pound because she wanted to get a new dog. And then she's like, "No, if I go to the pet shop, I'm gonna have to get something." Because Mello's like one of those people that she's tough on the outside when it comes to being a girl, but on the inside she's still a girl. So she still has girly tendencies, but she's tough. So her girly tendencies would cause her to feel bad for like the homeless or the poor or an animal at the shelter, but she's also tough on the outside in the sense that she's very I guess like the last time that I took her to a place to get color on her nails, she's like, "You don't like the fact that I'm so emo, right?" And because she only likes dark colors, like Mello only wears the color black. Shoes, shirts, pants, everything that Mello wants just matches her black hair and her black eyes. So, but the weird part is just like her being soft is that she's pasty white. I think if it were up to Mello, Mello would be just all one color. She'd just be a solid color of black. And office jobs want a bunch of experience anyway, so it's a catch 22 that way as well. Figure I have a better chance landing a gig at a local fast food shop. Yeah, what do they say? In and Out Burgers starts paying people 18.50 to start. And I remember sending a picture of that to Mello, and she's like, "I'm not going to work food at my age." Yeah, Grim, you're absolutely right. Nobody wants to start a family. No one has the money or time. Can you imagine that? You have a family and you're working three jobs. What are you supposed to do? When do you see your family? Never. Oh my God, Jojo Bean. I could picture a mess with five screaming babies. Oh my gosh, I was watching something. I think it was on Vice News yesterday about artificial insemination versus natural insemination. And the guy's talking about natural insemination with a gay couple. And he's like, "There's nothing about it. It's just all business." I was like, that's a hilarious way of putting it. It's all business. I'm just creating life. I, I, I never thought of it as being that mechanical. You're just literally trying to get the baby batter out and you're not thinking about it. I guess it's better than going in a bottle and then pushing it in. It's like, it's the most, what did she say? It has the most chance of causing the outcome that we want. I thought by now your channel would be big, big. The chat would fly by where you couldn't even keep up. Blue, this channel is not growing at all. I have stayed at nearly the same subscribers for 3 months. which is funny because the first month I grew to 1,000, the next month 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and that was pretty much it. Then the channel just went in a steep decline. Alex Bikes. I have never, ever, ever liked dogs. But last week I was watching a certain video with a certain someone, and I realized that some girls get really, really excited about dogs. Wink, wink. She didn't even know that this kind of videos existed until I told her. It's like, yeah, they're everywhere on the internet. She started watching these videos, and I'm like, she was so hot for this for dogs that I was like, oh my god. Like I could tell that there was definitely a leaky faucet down there. Just be yourself, bro. That's funny. Just be yourself. Grim, I only asked the question because of how absurd it is to want to have a family in these conditions. Absolutely. The economy's crap. We don't know if we're all going to be turned into ghouls because of this current administration. Can you imagine if all of us became ghouls because we were living in a radiation filled environment? Like we got turned into Chernobyl because of the decisions made by other people, and we're all like walking around as ghouls, and we're like, okay, so we're all sterile now, so that means that the end of our existence is going to end with us. What if you did more, man, on the street stuff? Interview the common man and reveal inside stories of corporate behavior, modification, or some such. Bump them numbers up. I've tried, but there's a lot of people at my work that watch this channel now. Very absurd indeed, Jojo. Don't you worry, they breeding like crazy in Oklahoma. Blue, I'm glad there's life somewhere in this world. Girls and horses. Oliver, the first video I ever watched was a girl and a donkey, and it was in Mexico. And I'd never seen so much white stuff come out of a girl's nose while that animal made noises that were like, "Urgh, urgh, urgh, urgh." And you're like, what's going on? And then like they pan to a picture of her face and it's just shooting out of her nostrils. I was like, oh my God, I'm 18 years old and I've been scarred for life. Antinatalism is the future. Try yellow nails. I've only seen yellow nails on a girl one time. It didn't look bad, but it's definitely not a color for nails. I think nails should always be pink or white. You forgot the In N Out is still a private company, so they don't have to pay shareholders. I didn't know that, Blue. Thanks for telling me. Best thing I ever did was not having kids. Benton, I luckily for me, I'm shooting blanks, so I don't have any problems. Like I have shot my seed and nothing has come about it. So maybe it's just good luck. I can't even begin to compliment the family dynamics of an Oklahoma family. Okies. Blue, how do you feel about that? I got I got get a job. Everyone keeps telling me they don't think my business is going to work. Alex Bikes, we're all our own business. Let's see. Blue says, was it the rich guy? The he thinks people will have 10 kids because artificial wombs. No, it wasn't a rich guy. He was on Vice News yesterday. He looked like just a regular non-straight male that was looking to do a good deed, or at least that's what he claimed. Foolishness not tolerated. My Tulsa friend isn't here. Yeah, Raquel's probably still sleeping. She said she's semi-retired, so I don't think she has to wake up and go to work anymore. Grim, wink, wink, dog, dog pill. Girls and horses. Oliver, yes, you are absolutely right. When I was in Austin, I used to watch the college girls walk their dogs at the park, and it was almost always a large male dog. I was telling this person that there's a reason why single, skinny white girls have those dogs. It's basically, you know, entertainment in a hairy bag. Everyone has like four guard dogs apiece on my route. It's Mexican culture. Grim. That's hot. Enough said. Exactly, Oliver. I was sitting there in this cafe and she was watching it on her phone and I was like, "Man, this chick is gonna go for it right here, man." It was one of the most hilarious things I've ever experienced in my life. It's like she's getting into it, and then she tells me about like hentai stuff that she's into, and I was like, "Oh my God, this chick is into tentacles, man." She's into tentacles. Again, a surreal conversation. My family tree burns with me. Damn, that's grim, Steve. Benton, I'm from Arkansas. When I was a kid, almost everyone had a dog and it lived in the yard and didn't go inside ever. You know what? That was my experience with animals too, is they live outside. Now you have these girls that sleep the animal basically sleeps in their bed and you're like, "Ugh, that's hair, that's dirt, that's ew, that's the smell. Oh my God. It's gross." Blue, it's either two massive pit bulls or 10 chihuahuas. 10 chihuahuas. Oh my God. I am so happy that both my neighbors on both sides of me have dogs, and I never hear either one of them. They always have a little dog or a fat friend. All the girls around me have fat friends, man. Like really fat. I was sitting outside smoking a cig last night, and a couple of them walked past me. And I was like, "Damn, dude, you're living large." And these girls are like super itty bitty. Oh my goodness. You guys all of a sudden got quiet. Uh, I have to get ready to go to the gym, people. I'm gonna get ready to go to the gym in 8 minutes. I can't believe Blue wouldn't answer the phone. She's like, "Oh no, I'm not. I'm not picking up. I know what's going to happen." Trump is helping us with the obesity crisis by bringing famine. He's playing the long game. Where's Melo? I don't know, Grim. She messaged me a couple of no, she didn't message me. She messaged me, she replied to one of my videos on here 2 days ago, and I haven't heard from her since then. So I imagine if it's 8 o'clock, she's on vacation, she's sitting at home right now, and she's probably watching TV. That would be my guess. Because it's too early for her to go anywhere. She's not going to go outside. She's not going to go to the lake because it's already 100 degrees outside. And Mello doesn't like the heat at all. Like we went to the dog park three Saturdays ago. We went to the dog park, and by 8 o'clock, she's like, "I want to go because it's hot." Yeah, you gotta go left myself. I've been lazy. Mellow dumped. You gotta move to Oklahoma. Blue. Oh my gosh, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. I work out at the Hood Rec Center. Alex Bikes. You know what? I really, really need to go get some like GoPro footage because I moved. It's been, let's see, It's been 79 days since I moved out of the Roach Motel, and I have not taken a picture of anything with my big Sony camera yet. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do today. Ugh, eating ramen for breakfast is always a bad idea. I feel full in the sense that there's food in my stomach, but I feel gross because there's ramen inside of me. So it's one of those catch 22s, right? It's like living in North Korea. You're full of handfuls of dirt because physically you're full, but the nutritional value and flavor country that you expect to get from food is not there. Grim's like, Melo better not dump steam. That's all he's got. Uh, it's funny. It's like when I'm hanging out with Melo, like I spent all day last Wednesday with her, and then on Friday she went on vacation, and then she came back a couple days ago. It's just really weird because the last time that she was here, she rang my doorbell, and then she was standing outside of my door, and I have one of those doorbells, those the ones that have the video camera on them. And she's just standing there just looking at the camera, and she's just looking sad, right? She's just looking at the camera and looking at the camera, and I'm like, huh. And I was looking at her from the other side of the window, and it was such a strange moment because she's just sitting there staring at the camera on the doorbell, and I'm just like looking at her and like waiting for her to like open the door, and she's just like standing there just looking at it like she wouldn't open the door. I don't know. It was kind of a weird moment. Blue, I was just gonna stick with claiming you as my feeble-minded ward, ironclad plan. You know, the only time I've ever heard the word ward is when Batman takes Robin as his ward, and I was like, that would be weird. Graham, it sounds like Mallow is the only thing Steam's got that keeps him from complete madness. Well, you guys have to know, I've known Mello since Mello was 23, right? I'm a couple of years older than she is. So when I met Mello, it was my first year of coming back to college, and she was working at the grocery store next to my house. And I didn't realize it, but this was her first year of working at that grocery store. And it was my first year of going back to school because I couldn't find a job. So I just decided I was just going to go back to university for 10 years. And the entire time that I went to university, Melo worked right next to my house. And I saw her every day for years. And then suddenly I moved, and then she moved into a different job because she was a cashier originally, because a lot of my friends, my day-to-day friends or acquaintances are cashiers. Like yesterday, the exact same situation. I've known Stacy now for about 6 months, and she just turned 18 um, in on February 24th. Stacy turned 18. And so she graduated from high school last month. And yesterday I ran into her at the store. And it was funny because I was looking at her, and she always has like this face she looks at me with. She's like, she looks at me, she makes a face. She looks at the customer in front of her, she makes a face. And then I walk up to her and I'm like, the first thing she says to me is like, Millennial Steam, I'm so tired. And I look at my watch and I'm like, are you going to get off of work soon so I can take you home? And she's like, no, I don't get off from work till 11. And then I asked her, what were you doing last night that you're so tired? And she's like, I was playing Roblox until 2 o'clock in the morning. It's my favorite question to ask people. It's like, what was the last thing you did? I'll look for my note to send you later. Okay, Blue, send me your note. Jojo Bean, are you dating Mello? No, Mello is married, practically married. I'd say Mello's married. Alex Bikes, I hate having to eat. It gets old. Good day, sir. Alex, I agree with you. I don't like eating at all either. I try to eat only one meal per day at most because I think it's a waste of money because all food is an expense that you crap out every day. Damn, Steam, you a sugar daddy. Oh, Mello seems to think so. Mello loves me to uh she loves stuff. Grim, I see you, player. It ain't tricking it if you got it. Oh no. Mello Mello likes stuff. Let's put it that way. She really likes stuff. And every time we go out to eat, like it was so funny. As a couple of weeks ago, we went to the to buy plants at the nursery, and she's like, "I'm gonna buy you something," and I'm like, "Mello, you poor," and she's just like, "I'm gonna buy you something." The way she said it was very childish. Ooh, Blue, I'm jealous of Mello because she gets to hang out with Steam. You know, it was a few months ago in Blue. I was sitting, we were sitting at Starbucks at the Chandler Mall, right? And I look at Mello and I say to her, Mello, there's a lot of people in this world that wish that they were sitting here right now with me. And she just looks at me and she's like, really? And I'm like, yes. There's a lot of people that would really like to be sitting here with Millennial Steam. And she's just like, why do you say that? And I'm like, because you're lucky enough to be able to show up at Millennial Steam's house. You can call him at any time of the day or night. And if you want, she only lives like 5 minutes from me. Her house is literally a 5 minute drive to my house. And she, how do I put this? So Mello didn't, Mello's education stops at high school, right? She didn't go to college. She didn't go to community college. She didn't go to university. She opted out of any higher education. So when she talks, she understands the perspective that she comes from in the sense that she doesn't have like a well-rounded education to be able to speak from an educated perspective. But that doesn't stop her. Like when we talk, she talks nonstop. Like if we spend 8 hours together, she starts talking from the moment that I meet her, from the second that we see each other, she never stops talking. And she just keeps talking and talking and talking and talking. And I've never encountered a person in my entire life that's capable of talking that much. She can talk to me for a straight 8 hours and not get tired of talking to me, which is really strange because even I was with another person on Friday and we went to go work out together at the gym and we were there for like 3 minutes. And she looks at me and she says, Steam, you're bothering me. Go work out by yourself somewhere else. And I'm like, wow, that was quick. And so she worked out for an hour and 15 minutes. And then she messaged me at the end of an hour and 15 minutes of working out by herself. And she's like, where are you? And I'm like, well, you know, I finished my workout in 20 minutes. So I had all this time to kill. I had no idea that she was going to work out for that long. So we don't really, even when we spend time together, it's more about, okay, I want something this, I want that, I want this. And she gets it. And then I go down and drop her off at home. That's what our days are spent like. Let's see, Blue. Grim. Blue, I want to go urban exploring with you. I think I had a video on my channel a long time ago. Ooh, I really love urban exploring. Urban exploring is the whole reason I became a photographer. I wanted to learn how to use a a drone, a flying camera, an underwater camera, and a big like model, a professional modeling camera. Like I have a Sony A7, A7 Model 4 camera. It's a beast of a camera with a giant lens on it. And I've only done one photo shoot with it, and I never looked at the pictures. But yeah, I always wanted to do Urban X. The old steamyster. Steve got all the hoes. Ho ho ho. Oh my gosh. You wouldn't believe how many women I talk to at work. It's crazy. Like I have all my whole day at work is spent talking to women at work. Like from the moment I get there, I start up my chat and all of a sudden the messages just start ringing through. Like Gen Z sometimes says to me, it's like, damn, Steve, like I can hear your Slack messenger just going all day long. Sometimes it's like bing, 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 all day long. And then my cell phone starts to chime and I'm like, damn, dude. And these aren't like your run of the mill women. These are all top level women. These are all high level women of Evil Corp. Like I was talking to one of the ladies last week, and she's like, "You always take care of us executive ladies, don't you?" And I was like, "Yep." Blue. He denies it, but he's got a bigger stable than the iceberg slim. That's right. Whatever happened to Gym Girl? Jojo Bean, I have been looking for Gym Girl for years now, since the last time I saw Gym Girl. I There has been no other stable woman at the gym that I have seen on a regular basis. The only people that's at the gym that I see that who the reason why I want to go to the gym right now is to see the girl that swipes the membership cards because she's so freaking hot, man. She's tan. She has super dark brown hair and gray eyes. I'm a sucker for gray eyes. Like they're absolutely my favorite. It used to be green, but then I switched over to gray eyes, brown hair, and super tan skin. Like I used to be, and that's the real problem is that I really like girls with pink skin. Number one, hands down. In fact, yesterday while I was talking to one of the office girls, we have a new office girl that's starting next week, and she's like, "If the new office girl that starts next week has pink skin and blue eyes, will you stop talking to me?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that to me." Top level Stacy. Oh my God, Stacy is so freaking hot, man. Like, so freaking hot. I love it when a girl will tell me that she has an eating disorder. It's like it triggers me every time a girl says something like that. It's like Millennial Steam. Like when I asked her a few weeks ago, it's like, "How do you stay so skinny?" And she's just like, "I don't eat." I was like, "Damn, that is major, major." Ready to soar. Melo keeps speaking to you. Doesn't that get annoying? No, because Melo doesn't stop talking. Like she just she doesn't talk about one thing. Well, she does talk about one thing, but it's something good. It's the one thing that you want a girl constantly talking about for 8 hours, and that she just keeps talking about it from different angles. Like she's told me the same story about getting fixed after something happened many times, and every time she tells the story, I like hearing it because there's always a different perspective. And she's never moody in the sense that like the girl that I went to work out with on Sunday, she was riding the, what do they call it, the cotton pony, and so she gets moody when she's on the cotton pony, and so I can always tell. Like it's around the 20th of the month. It's cotton pony time. So it's it's kind of odd in that sense. That sounds like it could be a pain, to be honest, unless you're getting an actual date out of it. Jojo Bean, I don't really go out on dates. I mean, I eat lunch with the office girls almost every single day, and that's kind of like my life. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Jojo Bean, I'm not interested in hot women unless they're interested in me. You know, this weird thing is in the last 6 months, every girl that I've talked to is interested in meeting another girl. I kid you not. I was with that girl on Sunday and we were at the gym and she was scrolling through a an app to find girlfriends, right? And she's like, I really, really want to meet a girl for the purposes of meeting a girl. And it's been no exception. Every single girl I know wants to meet other girls. And you're like, they're just not interested in men. And I'm like, how does that happen? Because about 10 years ago, I had a friend named Caitlin, and she ended up going to prison. And while she was in prison, she found a newfound love for pink taco. I kid you guys not. She came out of prison after being in there for 2 years, and she started sneaking off with coworkers at night. And I was like, what happened to you? And she's just like, I don't know. I just developed a taste for trout. And I was like, oh, I see. And it's been like that for the past 10 years. I thought you switched up to amber eyes. No, I don't meet girls with amber eyes very often. In fact, the only girl that I've ever met with amber eyes is the Starbucks girl. And I haven't seen a girl with yellow amber eyes ever before. She had the yellow amber eyes with the yellow blonde hair. And I have never seen that combination before. And she works at the Starbucks right across from the salon that I like to go to. But I haven't been back there since I saw her. And like if I close my eyes, I can still see her glowing yellow eyes like in my memory. Grim, Grim. No Stacy for you, Steam. Stacy's too little. Way too little. She's small in stature and she's very, very young and she's very childish. When we're together, she behaves very very young. And so like she bats her eyes at me and she just like looks at me and it's like she wants to tell me that she likes the interaction, but at the same time, she wants to stay guarded. And it's a very strange feeling. Like when I was talking to her yesterday, she's just like, I like you, but I'm not going to tell you that I like you. Steam likes some pale and pasty. Paisley. Grim, that's exactly it. He likes some paisley. Shark Week. She hates it when I say Shark Week, so that's why I say Cotton Pony. Code Red. Cotton Ponies and you iffy iffyism for me. Cotton Pony. Blood in the water. Code Red. They used to use towels, that's why they called it on the rag. I haven't heard on the rag in a long time. Ew. I've never had a girl ask me to buy her cotton ponies before. I bought cotton ponies for the very first time this past Saturday. Judge of being, oh yeah, that's the super common, and then they all get frustrated when they can't. That nasty. Men just kind of suck, no offense. And bye. Yeah. I mean, you said trout. That's what it is. I mean, it's it smells like trout. Bring back Harry Trout. Bring back the beaver. Bring back the beaver. I remember the first time I saw the beaver at home and I was like, what the hell is that? I think I was 9 years old when I saw the beaver for the first time and I was like, whoa, that ain't normal. Bring back the mythical bearded tuna. The bearded tuna. I'm gonna have to ask AI to draw me a bearded tuna. Actually, let's ask it right now. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna ask AI to draw me a bearded tuna. Damn it, you guys pushed up the chat too soon. Copy. All right, we're going to go into Creo AI. I'm gonna tell it to make an image. I'm gonna use raw, and I'm going to tell it to make raw. Let's see what it says. Bearded tuna, here we go. What the? Oh my God, you guys. I am going to have to put up what it just drew because I asked it I asked it to produce this and here we go. Bearded tuna. Look at this, folks. This is beaver, beaver, beaver. Oh, he got Melo giggling like a schoolgirl. Melo always behaves like a schoolgirl. Look at this, guys. I asked AI bearded Giga Chat. How is that? Like, I don't even think that's a tuna fish. Oh my God. This isn't even close. Damn, my me to oblivion. This is what AI thinks bearded tuna looks like, guys. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT and see if it does any better. All right, so we're gonna go to the dollar. We're gonna go to. All right, I'm gonna ask it to give me its opinion. Okay. It looks like the search for bearded tuna generated a rather amusing mix. Two images of a bearded man, a whole raw fish, clearly the tuna, and a dish that appears to be deep fried tuna steak, a more literal interpretation of tuna as a food. Some like algorithms got a bit confused, but between human traits and fish, are you looking to create a humorous illustration of a bearded tuna, like literally a fish with a beard, or are you aiming for something metaphorical, like a gritty fisherman character named Bearded Tuna? Let me know so I can help you craft the perfect image. That's funny. Furry, furry Fugi. Oh my God. Let's see what it does if I create a furry Fugi. Let's ask AI to create this. All right, let's look at this real quick. All right, image. We're gonna do raw. Here we go. Yesterday's artwork came from this. Um, well, all right. I'll show you guys what it created now. It's even more bizarre than what it just created. So here it is. Furry Fogu. What do you guys think? I would be swimming in yellow veggie if I look like this Viking. Put that in AI. I just did. Look at that. What the? Oh my God. Are you getting paid for today? Yes, I am getting paid for today. We want the fish. You put the fries in the bag, little bro. The governor's working overtime today. Looks about right. Hey Marco, I called Blue today to see if she'd answer the phone live on stream, and Blue's like, no, not today. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. If put in AI, what does a real man look like? Real. Okay. What does a real man look like? Let's see. Let's ask AI that question. Let's see here. Image, raw. If it gives me an eggplant, I'm gonna scream. What does a real man look like? You guys are gonna be kind of confused about this because it literally drew a woman. Okay, so Marco, this is what it drew me for. What does a real man look like? A woman with tattoos, a man wearing two watches with tattoos, obviously two hetero men here, and a guy that doesn't seem to have any body fat but is heavily tattooed. So apparently, Marco, it thinks that real men are just tattoos. I gotta be drinking to be fun. A picture of Trump shows up. No. No 80-year-old men, according to the AI. There's no right answer. I'll show Steam, of course. Why are they all white? But what does a real woman look like? There's no answer. All right, let's see what it says when I add. What does a real woman look like? It better not be. What does a real woman look like? Okay, let's ask AI that question really quick. All right, let's see. Here we go. We're going to go with this, raw, paste, generate. Well, guys, you guys are going to be uh okay. This is what it created for what does a real woman look like? You know what's really strange, guys? This is what Melo actually looks like in real life. Same hair color, same little mouth, same nose, except Melo's whiter than this. This, if I were to draw a generic version of Mello, this is exactly what she looks like. She's probably like, nah, no, she doesn't. What? There's no answer. A real man takes care of another man's kids. Hey, what does a prole look like? Seems AI stuck in Jim Crow era. What does a fake prole look like? Oh my God. Look in a mirror. Answer. Damn. The fact that this is generic. This could be a Mello's driver's license picture right here. Oh my God. Mello looks hot. I don't care about the color. It's all pink, dog. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, I'm gonna ask it Blue's question real quick. See what it says. I'm actually very curious about what does a pro look like. All right, so let's ask it that question. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Imagine my whole channel just became answering questions about what AI thinks. Well, apparently AI thinks that there are no other colored human beings on Earth. So here's the thing. What does a fake prole look like? Two guys wearing overalls, one guy looking like he's trying to answer why he crapped his pants, and an Asian woman wearing a dress shirt. Oh my God, pink taco, the best taco. What does Pound Town look like? What does a Taco Bell worker look like? What does Pound Town look like? Do you guys really want me to answer that? I'm also very curious as to what Pound Town looks like. All right, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna have to stop closing this window. What does Pound Town look like? Oh my God, I'm kind of afraid to hit the button, but you can do it. Again, AI doesn't believe in any other color human beings. You can really notice that there's some bias here. This is what Pound Town looks like. What does a booty warrior look like? Blue's a real hoot. It's a team effort. Grim, are you really poor? I think Grim is really poor. I was eating ramen to start out the stream with. Do you guys agree with this one? I love red hair, but I wonder why this. Obviously, this dude ain't exactly on the level. Lower than dirt, dirt poor. Change your filter steam. Are you really poor? What does Pound Town? Oh my gosh. I think that the AI knows how much I love redheads. Look, redhead, redhead, red, kind of reddish, redhead, redhead, redhead. So apparently, Pound Town is a town full of redheads. Grim, I probably die like uh, roadkill in the street. Grim, do you support the Cheeto? The Cheeto. I like the way that sounds. Do you support hot Cheetos? I do support hot Cheetos. Damn, that's your dream town. It's full of redheads. Yeah, this redhead right here, and these two redheads right here could be both my sister wives. Both of them. MS ice or last mic outside your house. Oh my gosh, let's see. I'll take what's slumming it for 500 Grim. Ice, ice, baby. Oh my gosh. Well, at least we all know what Pound Town looks like now. I guess I should ask it what. Should I ask it what Fleece Johnson looks like? I don't support nothing. I don't care about any other country in the world. I care about supporting the homeless in America, the poor in America, and the mis- mistreated slaves of Evil Corp. Can we put in what does E thought look like? Okay, what does E thought look like? All right, well, I'm going to put it in there now. Copy. Start a new session. Ooh. Wow. That's kind of different. Uh, all right, so This is what I put in. This is what Blue asked, and that's what it drew. Okay, Blue OF when asking for a friend. Blue, are you on OF? I didn't know that. I didn't think someone like you would do that. Wow, Blue. $50,000 a month to be on OF. We're gonna have to start saving up, chat. Magco, MS, I'm poor and everything hurts again. OF didn't start as a prawn site, but it turned into one, didn't it? Uh, Grim. Grim, would you fight for Israel? I don't think Grim's gonna fight for anything other than something to eat. What do you guys think? I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Are these chicks doable? Like, if I had to do them in order, it would be here, 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 and then maybe if there was anything left over here, but definitely start here. All right, let's close this. I'll fight for Grimes' right to party. Oh yeah. oh, oh my gosh. Yeah, people post arts and crafts on OF. I got yellow fever. Oh my god. I think we all have pink fever, don't we? Everyone likes pink. $6 for a bag of chips. Oh my god, one of the salespeople the other day, I was mortified by this, but he door dashed a bag of chips. I was like, "Oh my god, you got to be kidding me. Asian girls keep it natural. That's hot." I've never ever been attracted to Asian girls. Like anime, yes, but like your typical Asian chick, no. I've never had that like inclination towards Asian. I've always been more like pink. Always like pink skin. Like out of all the colors of pink, pink has always been my favorite. And pink is usually matched up with yellow blonde hair. Like I gotta catch them all. All the Asian girls. Well, I think that the girls that work at the salon, the Vietnamese girls, they're kind of cute, but ex half Asian girlfriend. That's actually a flavor that I like. Half of something. Like I like half like I don't know, halves to me represent like the best of both worlds, like half pink and half pale. But pink, especially pink freckly skin, absolutely to die for. Um no rub, no tugs here. I'd be the main customer. The triad would have all my money. No, that's what I should call it. No, like Canoe Reeves. Oh my God. I've never, ever, ever liked Canoe. I I never could get into anything that he did. His acting is just terrible. Um, let's see. What else was I gonna say? All right. Well, Canoe. That's what I used to have a boss like 20 years ago, and he used to be like, "Oh yeah, Canoe's in the Matrix," and I was like, "Canoe." He's the Giga Chad Canoe. He's fine. You don't have to act good. Blue, put your pants back on. All right, guys, I gotta go and get my lift on. I will see you guys when I'll see you guys in the next video. I should be on every day for an hour of live streaming every day. So hopefully I will get to see you guys, and hopefully next time that I call Blue, she will answer the phone.